Hey guys, this is Let's Wrestle Up Some Grub. Today we're going to be making beef stew. Let's get started. So, the first step to making this beef stew is I'm going to peel my potatoes. So now I'm going to peel my carrots. Okay, so now I'm going to start cutting up my vegetables. I'm going to start off with my potatoes. I'm just going to cut them into quarters and just dice them up. Alright, so as you can see, I've taken and placed all of my potatoes into a bowl to set them on the side so I can put my next vegetable. So now I'm going to start cutting up my carrots. So I'm going to start by cutting the ends off of each of my carrots. And then I'm just going to cut my carrots into rounds. So now I've cut up my carrots and I've added them in with my potatoes. So now I'm going to take and slice up my celery. So I'm first going to start by cutting off the ends. And then I'm going to, because it's longer at the end, I'm just going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to just cut it up. Once your celery is all cut up, you just can add it in with your carrots and potatoes. Okay, so now I'm going to cut up my onion. So first I'm going to start by cutting off the ends. And then I'm going to peel off the outer layers. Then I'm going to cut my onion in half. And then cut it into slices. Alright, a teaspoon of pepper. So now that I have added my pepper, salt, and flour to my meat, I'm going to now mix it together until the meat is fully coated. So now that my meat is mixed and coated, I am going to be heating up some olive oil. So now I'm going to measure out 6 cups of water and add it to this pitcher, and then I'm going to measure out some beef broth. So now I am going to measure out 7 tablespoons of beef broth. And then I'm just going to mix that together real quick.
Nice.
Okay, so the next step is I'm going to add a tablespoon of vegetable oil into my pot and heat it up real quick. Okay, so now my oil is heated up, so I'm going to add in the meat. I want to kind of save as much of the flour as I can and that's left in there, and I'll use that to thicken my soup in a little bit. So now I'm just going to brown the meat up. Okay, so the next step is I'm now going to add in my vegetables, and then I'm going to also add in the rest of my flour. And now I'm just going to mix it up and get it all cooked. So now I'm going to add in my beef broth mixture, and then I am going to wait for it to come to a boil. Okay, so the broth is now coming to a boil, so I'm going to just wait till the vegetables will fall off the fork. So now I'm going to find a potato and I'm going to stick a fork into it and see if it falls off. So since the potato fell off, that means the stew is just about ready. Okay guys, so we just finished making our beef stew. It's looking good, tastes good. This is Let's Wrestle Up Some Grub. See you next time.